These are 10 of the best dumbbell exercises that you can do for building that thick, strong back. Today we're focusing on a complete back workout using just dumbbells. Whether you're looking for a strong, thick back, or maybe you're nursing an old back injury, these are exercises in this group of 10 that will greatly benefit you. And better yet, if you've been looking for a routine that targets all the major muscles of your back without needing all the fancy equipment, this is also for you. First up, I want to show you the old-fashioned dumbbell rows. This is a staple exercise for building a strong and thick back. You'll want to grab a pair of dumbbells that work for you to do this exercise properly. Don't go extremely heavy and don't go extremely light. You won't perform all 10 exercises in a single workout. Instead, pick 5 from this list of 10 that I'm giving you and begin a workout protocol using those 5 exercises. You can do that for 6 to 8 weeks and then try the other 5 or whatever you find works best for you. You may find 1 or 2 of these exercises just don't work for you. If that's the case, just put those exercises aside and find others on this list to replace them. The key here is to make the plan work for you. You'll focus on 5 exercises performed at sets of 3 with starting rep range of 12 to 15. If muscle growth is your goal, I recommend a progressive failure approach. This means you'll take the second set to failure or within 3 reps of failure, and then the last set of each exercise will go to failure. The next exercise on my list is the incline row. The incline row is set up on an incline bench at approximately 45 degrees, and you will lie face down with a pair of dumbbells. This angle will help you to eliminate any of the momentum that tries to come into play. The goal here is to force your back muscles to work harder. Now we're going to challenge your core while hitting your back with elevated plank rows. Get into a plank position with one hand on the dumbbell and the other hand on the ground. Row the weight up, maintaining your plank form. This exercise works your lats, your core, and your stabilizers all at once. If you have a hard time planking on a dumbbell, try using a flat bench and resting your elbow on the bench for support. Moving on to dumbbell pullovers. I know, before you even say anything, everybody thought this was just for your chest, but it's an excellent exercise for your lats. It's a great move for stretching and strengthening your lats. Lie on a bench or lie across the bench, holding one dumbbell with both hands above your chest. Lower the weight behind your head, feeling that deep stretch in your lats, and then pull it back up using your back muscles to maneuver the weight forward and back. Now we're moving to the incline pause row, just like the regular incline row, but with a twist. This time you want to pause when you're doing your row at the top of each rep for at least 1 to 2 seconds. This will increase the time under tension, which will then enhance muscle activation and make your back muscles work that much harder. Next on my list of top 10 dumbbell exercises that you want to do for your back are the good old faithful seated rear delt flies. Seated rear delt flies are good for your rear delts, and your rear delts are important for having a good balanced back. The way to do this is to sit on the edge of a bench with dumbbells in hand. Hinge forward slightly and lift the weights out to the sides. This move is excellent for targeting the rear delts, which are often neglected but crucial for a balanced back. And remember, not only are you hitting those rear delts, but you're also hitting the lower trapezius muscles as well as those rhomboids, which definitely need to be strengthened along with the rest of your back. When you're doing this, you want to find a weight that's going to work good for you. You don't want to be too heavy, because if you're too heavy, you're going to be swinging the weights and not using your back muscles to properly lift, or to use your rear delts to properly lift. So be sure that you're having good form and find a weight that allows you to do this. We've hit our lower traps somewhat and we have focused on them, but we also want to hit our upper traps. And one way that we can do that is with the bent over shrugs. Now, I know a lot of people stand up straight and they shrug and they just pull the weight up and down. I don't want to do that here. What I want to do here is I want to focus on bending over and doing the shrug. So you're going to stay in a bent over position and you're going to be slightly bent and you're going to shrug the weight up. Focus on squeezing your traps at the top and then focus on bringing it down slowly. This exercise will help thicken those upper trap muscles and your upper back region. Next is the single arm row. Now, this exercise is often, in my opinion, done incorrectly. I see a lot of people resting their leg up on a bench and then rowing with the opposite hand. I don't recommend doing this. Although I used to do it this way, I no longer do it this way, because you can, especially us older guys, strain something in your groin, potentially get a hernia or something else depending on how hard you're lifting. So this exercise is going to allow you to focus on each side individually, correcting any imbalances that you may have in your back. As always, be sure to focus on a smooth, controlled motion, and do not make the mistake of bringing your torso in to twist as you bring the weight up. The number 9 exercise on my list is the dumbbell good mornings. Let's hit the lower back with these good mornings. And how we're going to do that is you can do it a couple of ways. You can sit and do good mornings, or you can stand and do good mornings. I'm going to show you standing. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart and hold a dumbbell at your chest. Hinge at the hips, keeping your back straight and your core engaged until your torso is almost parallel to the ground. This exercise is great for strengthening the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings, and it gives your posterior chain the attention it deserves. Good mornings can take the place of deadlifts and different things like that if you're afraid to tackle those types of exercises. If you're trying to build your way back up, good mornings is a very good place to start to strengthen your lumbar region and to strengthen that lower back as you're building your way up to other exercises. Finally, we have an awesome finisher exercise, and that is the chest supported rear delt fly / row combo. Lie face down on an incline bench. Start with a rear delt fly, and then once you have performed a rear delt fly, immediately go into a row. This combination not only works your rear delts, but also will hit your mid back. Okay, I've just shown you a full back workout using just dumbbells. Remember, the key to building a strong back is consistency and proper form. Pick 5 of these exercises to perform in a workout, then mix them up in your routine over the course of time. Focus on sets of 3 with a starting rep range of 12 to 15 reps. Keep lifting, and I'm going to see you on this video.